A spring wind blowing the smell of the ground through the intersections of traffic. The mind turns, seeks a new nativity, another place, simpler, less weighted by what has already been. Another place. It's enough to grieve me, that old dream of going, of becoming a better man just by getting up and going to a better place. Where I work affects my work. I'm not quite sure how, but inevitably. I made a lot of work by using the floor, and I have to have all this stuff around me, and including these kind of resource of all sorts of stuff that I make collage with, that kind of stuff. And that's what I need. The mystery. The old, unaccountable unfolding. The iron trees in the park suddenly remember forests. It becomes possible to think of going. It's some kind of lovely rag paper, but I've mounted it so it has a kind of a depth to it already. I want to lose this slightly odd looking feeling. Slurp some of that on, mix them together. It is painting, obviously, but it's painting in a way. Look what's happened there, where suddenly you couldn't see the square that I've collaged onto there. Prussian blue. I don't want to be too careful about it. I see it as an object as much as a painting. There are loads in here. A place where thought can take its shape as quietly in the mind as water in a pitcher. Or a man can be safely without thought. On it I've mounted a bit of old duvet cover, because used duvet covers, for instance, are usually quite fine material, and they've got things like big fat hems on them, and sometimes you're reluctant to destroy them, but it kind of has to be done.
In the black and white works, you felt intuitively that the white needed to prevail. This was the one that was too black. The black was geometric and it outdid the white. I then went back to this image and put more white on. Not only did it make the image lighter, obviously, because it's white, but I think it made a lot more interesting shapes. The shapes here were too heavy, geometric, and didn't work as music. I don't shy away from black. That's going to have to dance much more than it does. It's part of the same series, but can you see it's over formal, the shapes are a bit overworked, and that one was like it, but I used the white to for me bring that one to life. This was started out as part of the same series, but it didn't end up like that because the colours, I didn't want to put black and white over those, because the colours for me just suddenly sung. Diagolo diretto 147 890 318. And the reason for that is that somewhere on here, a poster that I tore off a wall in Italy at some stage. Album cover.
Yeah, yes. These pretzels are a very amusing shape, but I broke them, unfortunately. Right, house paint. I'm going to scrape it hard enough to make sure that there are traces of what I've been working on. It's not until you kind of finally do these things that you can take your thinking on to the next stage. I like to use paints which have got lovely names like Televerte and Red Ochre, Viridian, and things like that. The next step, whatever that may be, there. Comme ça. See the day begin and lean back. A simple wakefulness filling perfectly the spaces among the leaves.